In our kitchen, we're going with a couple of different LED systems for our accent and task lighting. Let's start by talking about the swivels we're going to be using in our glass display cabinets here. Now, this manufacturer makes a couple of different sizes. A small one like this for smaller cabinets, it swivels back and forth, or you can go with a larger one like we're doing here, 3 LEDs. The beauty of this thing is it swivels in any direction you want it to. So once you get it in the cabinet, you can really dial in exactly where you want that light to go. And the way you power these is with these LED drivers. Different sizes depending on how many swivels you want to hook up to it. The low voltage side hooks in right over here, and the high voltage side, 110 volt circuit, goes in on this side. Now for installation, what we do is first mark and drill holes for them in the tops of the cabinets. Buck's been using a 2 3/4 inch hole saw for that. Once a hole's ready, the cable goes through first. You squeeze the spring clamps together to start them through the hole, and then when the trim ring comes to rest against the top, the spring clamps spread out on the other side and lock it all in place. So it's pretty simple. Now we're also installing a second LED system for task lighting underneath the cabinets. But before we get to that, let's talk about what we're doing about receptacles. Now rather than doing a receptacle every so often along the backsplash, which can get to be a little unsightly, instead we're using this plug mold, gets it up out of the way. Now the way this works is we take this back plate, you screw this to the bottom of the cabinet, and then this part snaps in there after you've hooked up the power to the power coming out of the wall. It gives you a receptacle every 6 inches or so, tamper-proof. We hook these up to our GFCI breakers in the basement, so you're totally protected from that standpoint. What's nice is once we put our plywood skin on the bottom of the cabinet, it helps take down some of that profile along the edge of that plug mold. You barely even see it. Wherever you need a receptacle along the cabinet here, you have one every 6 inches. We've done these now in many kitchens and shops. I'll tell you, this is the only way to go. All right, so once our plug mold and plywood's in position, and it's time for our second LED system, which are our LED rulers. Now this is a 5 light. It also comes in a 4 light, a 3 light, and a 2 light. So you can kind of mix and match the sizes depending on the length of your cabinets. And what's great is no matter what length you use, all of the lights are spaced exactly the same. They hook together very easily. You just put these little clips in like so and pop them together. And the beauty of these things is very low profile, about 5/16 of an inch. So when you have these up underneath the cabinet, you can barely see them at all. And like our other system, they're powered by an LED driver. Now to install these, we use mounting clips that get screwed to the bottom of the cabinets. Then the rulers snap into those one at a time until we get the exact length we need for our run of cabinets. Bottom line, these LED rulers and our swivels use very little energy. Keeps your energy bills down, also produces very little heat. So in an enclosed setting like those cabinets, you don't have to worry about anything heating up too much. You can use these for 6 hours a day for 22 years before you wear them out, I'll tell you. This is where it's going with lighting today.